Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. So as you can see, I'm very chill today because I'm just going to be talking today about the talking stage. That stage of a relationship where you guys are either dating or not dating. I'm going to be answering questions about the talking stage today. Please, if you would like to move from your talking stage to a real relationship, kindly subscribe to my channel, like this video and comment. So the only way this video is going to work for you is if you subscribe to my channel. If you not subscribe, if you try the information here, I'm just kidding, but please subscribe and like this video. I promise you will like it. So just like it in advance, okay? So talking stage, number one question. What is even the talking stage? What is it? What is the talking stage? How do you differentiate between you and somebody just being friends and you guys being in the talking stage? Good question. The truth is sometimes you might not be able to differentiate. So I feel like you need to enter every relationship with wanting to give your best and wanting to get the best out of it. And when I say relationship, I mean every friendship, right? With wanting to give your best and wanting to get the best out of it. And just know that if you and someone have not defined a relationship, you are not in a relationship. If as a lady, a guy has not said, I want to date you, talking stage is not a relationship. Please note, if he has not said, I want to date you, you agree or you no agree. If he has not asked you out, then you guys are not in a relationship. Do you understand? So for a talking stage, it just means that both of you are talking and considering getting into a relationship. But that consideration of getting into a relationship, it might be one-sided. So if it's gone on for a while, you have my permission and you have the wisdom to say, okay, so what exactly is going on? What are we? This is the time to ask, no, what are we? You know, when you have slept with someone, the next one you not say, what are we? No. You are supposed to be married by the time you get to that stage. But what are we is a question to ask in the talking stage. So if you're not sure whether this person is just trying to be a friend or whether they are considering a relationship with you, if a few months have passed and you guys are talking often and he's not coming through with what this is, then you can ask, okay, so is this going anywhere? Do you understand? Me, I don't like to be in doubt. So if you're in doubt, ask questions. But I feel like a reasonable amount of time has to pass before you ask questions. Not that you just met someone, they're talking last week. This week, you say, what are we? You sound desperate. So enter whatever. If it's a talking stage, you just enter it as a friendship. And that means that you're not giving a friend the benefit of a boyfriend. The same way you should not give a friend or a boyfriend the benefit of a husband or a girlfriend the benefit of a wife. Do you understand? So if you're talking to someone, you're just getting to know them, you're getting to be friends. So just enter with your mindset of the best way to do it is to enter with the mindset of we're going to be friends. If the friendship has gone on for a few months and you feel like there are sparks flying, then you can now define what it really is. Comprend? Oui. Okay. Why is the talking stage important? There was this argument on Twitter a while back about the fact that you can meet somebody, fall in love, and get married within, I think, 6 months or so. And it's possible. But many times, that's not always the case. A couple of times, more often than not, it takes years, right? I think my husband and I were friends for about 3 or 4 years before we started dating, for another 3 years before we got married. And we met as teenagers. How old was I? I think I was 17 when I met him. So it's not like I was already 30. Everything now joined together to be 10 years. You understand what I'm saying? So we're still younger when we met, right? So why is the talking stage important? Because you get to know someone when you guys talk. So talking stage is not what are you wearing? She's wearing clothes. That's not the time to start going overly sexual or doing friends with benefits. You're a Christian, behave like one. Behave like a what? Like a Christian. That's not the time to start doing friends with benefits, okay? So, but a talking stage is supposed to be a situation where you get to know this person. What are their values? What are their likes and dislikes? And it's not just a time where you just spend praying, let them ask me out, let them ask me out. You also need to investigate that person in that talking stage. What are their values? Beyond, oh, I wish he will ask me out, or I wish he will say yes. Have you taken time to figure out how this person will be as a husband or as a wife? When you guys are talking about how this person's day went, and they say, that's how my boss came in and they asked me to adjust some figures, you want to hear what the person did when they were asked to adjust figures, because that would determine whether you're marrying a thief or a non-thief. So listening is also very, very important in the talking stage. Talking, listening, all those things. The stage is important because you get to know this person. It was a person of blessed memory that would say that courtship is a time for interview, not intercourse. Even pre-courtship is a time for interview, not intercourse. So learn to know the right questions to ask. Not to be asking, what's your net worth? How much do you have? Now you are getting to know this person as a friend without the pressures of a relationship. And I feel like when people say marry your friend, this is what they refer to, because you know this person regardless of feelings. You're just getting to know this person as a friend. So enter every talking stage with friendship in mind, and as time goes by, you can now begin to define the relationship and determine what direction you guys are going. So I've talked about why talking stage is important, and to some extent what the talking stage is. But remember, I said if somebody has not asked you out that, I want you to be in a romantic relationship, not you look like my wife, not you look like my future wife, not you look I like you more than a brother. If someone has not specifically asked you to be in a romantic relationship with them, you guys are not in a relationship, you're in a situationship. And a situationship isn't a ship, it's a canoe. When you're in a talking stage with someone, make the most of it. Find out what their values are, what they expect in a spouse, how their day was. Simple things like, how was your day? Did you pray today? What did you study? Find out their mindsets about life, about love, about religion, about people, about children, all those things. Their disposition to work. Find out them. If every Sunday you're talking to someone, on Sunday say, I was so tired, I didn't go to church. I was so tired. That's a red flag. Okay, if every week they say I had to call in sick, they're not sick. I had to call in sick. Every time I had to call in sick. That person is lazy. He's lazy. Okay, so and then of course I don't know if I mentioned it, but I'm going to mention it again. Listen beyond the questions. So beyond the questions you are asking, just also listen to what the person is saying. Conductor ran away with my change. I pursued him and gave him a dirty slap. My dear, run for your life. So how long should a talking stage be? Me, I would say a couple of months. Jesus is coming soon. If you want to marry before he comes, don't waste your life. Oh my god. I feel like it shouldn't be more than a couple of months. And the reason why I'm saying this is, even though we enter some conversations with a relationship in mind, a romantic relationship in mind, if it doesn't end romantically, you're not at a loss. It's possible that you've gained a friend, a business partner. I remember one time my husband introduced two people. I think it was my husband or a couple of friends. I can't remember. I think it was my husband. Introduced two people just with the possibility of whether or not a relationship would work out. And the relationship didn't work out, but they became very, very instrumental to each other's careers. And it's still like that till today, and both of them are in other relationships. So don't feel like if you don't date this person, that's the end of your life, and then the talking stage, you not work out, you now hate them, you now start gossiping about them. Behave like a Christian. So on the one way to identify like the difference between a talking stage and just a normal friendship is, one way might be the frequency of the conversations. I said might be because there are some people that they don't have anything for you, but they're just talking to you every day, checking on you, calling you. There's a couple I know now, they are married, they have 2 kids. But at that time, years ago, I lived in Abuja. The lady came. She said, this guy, very good guy, he's the one that brought me to church. He's always checking on me, calling me every day. How am I? How is this? How is that? And he has not said anything. I said, for how long? She said 3 months. I said, you have to ask him that you need to know if there's anything, and if there's nothing, you appreciate it if you people are not talking so often. So she asked him. Remember, they have been talking for a while. Not that they met yesterday, because there was someone that met me and said, I like this guy, should I ask him to define the relationship? I said, which relationship? He doesn't even know you. But in this particular case, he had been talking for a while. And then by the time she brought it up, it turned out that it was actually on his mind to bring it up. And the rest is history. Now they are married and they have babies. Oh, just thinking about them right now. Oh, so cute. So, frequency of the conversations, yes. But the truth is that there are some people that will talk to you and you may not be the only person they're talking to. So if the thing is getting too long, please ask questions. Ask questions. You can't really know for sure if it's just a friendship or the talking stage that will lead to a relationship if you don't ask. Okay? So signs that a talking stage is going nowhere. Signs that a talking stage is going nowhere. If it's gone on for long and you're not the only one they're talking to. If it's gone on for long and you're not the only one they're talking to. Should I say it again? Signs that talking stage is going nowhere. If it's gone on for long and you're not the only person they're talking to. So for the past 6 months, they will call Chidima. They will call Chidima. After Chidima, they will call Tolu. After Tolu, they will call Hadiza. The same guy. Maybe it's not even the same, maybe it's the same girl. And then it's 3 different guys and it's gone on for long. So there's a possibility that this person is talking to you, but it's also talking to 1 or 2 other people for a brief period of time without a commitment. But when it begins to go on for a long time, the person wants to translate from talker to player. So you have to be very careful. So if, for example, when you visit this person, the same relationship they have with you, they have with other members of the opposite sex, then all of you are just friends. And just take it like that all of you are friends. Because sometimes when you're friends with somebody, you'll be having it in mind that they see you differently. If they've not asked you, just take it that you people are just friends. And if there are other people who have a similar relationship, where maybe you talk to this, your friend that is a girl, and the person's like, oh, I just got off the phone with so and so person, that was 9 o'clock. Tomorrow, 9 o'clock. I just got off the phone with so and so person, and your own time is 10 o'clock with that person. It could be a sign that talking stage is going nowhere. But if you're unsure, you ask and you clarify. If it's gone on for long, that's one. If it's gone on for long and you're not the only person, that's another one. Another sign that talking stage is going nowhere, guys, please hear me out, is if the person begins to ask you for money. I'm saying guys because sadly, ladies do this thing more, where they're not really interested, but they are maintaining a certain level of interest to keep you financially committed. Please, if that's the case, please kindly withdraw. Do you understand? So they're not really dating you. So you don't say they're a bad girl. They're not really dating you, but they are giving you just a little to keep you interested. But they keep asking like financially. So if there begins to be like the person's asking for money, that could be like a red flag. The different thing if you have a friend that asks you for money. But any friend that even asks for money all the time, I feel like that's not healthy. So please protect yourself, okay? Another situation where a talking stage is going nowhere is if the other party is in a relationship. If the other party is in a relationship, that talking stage is going nowhere. He's always telling you his girlfriend, he wants to break up with her. She's always telling you, her boyfriend did this, he did that, calling you to complain about him to you. You are busy. You like the girl, or you are busy absorbing all the complaint that one day she'll be yours. It might happen to 100 of the population, but it's rare. Do you understand? So I remember reading a story online of how the guy always used to complain to the girl about her relationship, and he would just sit down, he would listen, but he knew one day she would date him, and eventually they got married. That's cute. That's all well and good, right? But it doesn't happen to everybody. So if you like someone that's in a relationship, all the best. All the best, but it doesn't always like have a hope and a future. So then if someone is in a relationship and they are constantly giving you an unhealthy amount of attention, that's also a red flag, because this person is proving to you that he or she might not even be faithful if they were dating you. So in your mind, you might feel that the person they are dating or they are married to is the problem, but the truth is that it's most likely them that's the problem. So if they lack boundaries even now, it means if they enter a relationship with you, they are going to lack boundaries. Okay, so another red flag for a talking stage is when the person keeps practicing attack and retreat. Today, I want to date you. Tomorrow, I don't think I'm ready for a relationship. The same person. Next tomorrow, I wonder how it would be if you're my wife. The next week, I don't think I'll ever get married. My dear, you are in a toxic non-relationship. You are in a toxic non-relationship. So if the person keeps practicing attack and retreat, it might not really be you, it might be them. But it also means that they have a lot to work on before they commit. So if the person is like, today I love you, love you, love you, then they just ghost you for like 3 months or 3 weeks, then they come back, I really, really love you, I just did it because I couldn't handle the love. People that are not stable are not stable. Stop making excuses for them. Do you understand? So the person keeps practicing attack and retreat, it can be a very toxic situation to be in, right? If the person is not coming straight to committing, don't commit yourself to somebody who is also not willing to commit to you. So those are some red flags when it comes to talking stages. All right. Another question people ask about talking stages is when do we move from the talking stage onto a relationship? That's a very good question. I feel like you must move, or you should move on to a relationship first when you are sure that you are ready for a relationship. Some of us, we like love, but we're not ready for love. There are areas of your life that you need to work on before you even talk to somebody's daughter or someone's son, so you don't hurt somebody's child. Some of you are still recovering from your past relationship. You are doing talking stage with this person. So some of you need to take a step backwards and ask yourself, am I ready for a relationship? And then prepare yourself for a relationship just so that you don't hurt somebody else, so you don't waste somebody else's time. Another question to ask is this person ready for a relationship? And sometimes you can't know if the person is ready for a relationship until you ask them. Some other times, by observing them and some elements you see, you realize that if I start dating this person now, right? If I start dating this person now, it might not end well. Another thing to ask yourself is this person the kind of person I really want to get into a relationship with? You see, attraction is a very interesting thing. You can see somebody, the person is so fine. Maybe it's a guy, he has plenty beard, he has fine hair, he has muscles, tall, dark, and handsome. It's everything you want. But then you go closer and you realize this is not for me. Attraction is a very funny thing. You can meet someone and they look like everything you've dreamed of. Like they have the beards, they have the muscles, they're tall, they're dark, they're handsome, they're rich, they're well, they carry themselves well, they have charisma. But underneath all that, the person might be broken. You might meet a lady and she looks like everything that you want, but the closer you get to this person, you realize maybe I shouldn't date this person because of so and so reason, or maybe I shouldn't date this person like right now because of so and so reason. So when you get to know people and you realize that they are not what you want, it's okay to withdraw from that talking stage. But I feel like it's always best to withdraw as a conversation. Someone told me like not too long ago that you can end a relationship like an airplane, or you can end it like a helicopter, or you can end it like a banger, like a knockout. So letting people down softly, I think, is so important, because sometimes the way we end relationships, some of us even friendships, it makes it very, very difficult for you to even be civil towards this person. So if you start talking stage and you realize that this thing is not working, and both of you have spoken to an extent where you know that this person is expecting a relationship from you, don't just ghost and don't just be mean about it. Even if there are things that this person did that you may not have liked, you can tell them, but you don't have to tell everybody else. So just really being sincere about protecting this person and their character. Some of you even need to learn this thing for breakups. I feel like even for breakups. So for example, if you look at the Bible and you see the story of Joseph, he thought that Mary had cheated on him and that's how she became pregnant. But the Bible says that he wanted to put her away quietly. This is somebody that, based on what he knew, she had cheated. Even that, and just only came once, so you can't blame him. He didn't have any reference. Based on what he knew, she had cheated, she had wronged him, and she was even lying on top, based on what he knew. It's not that the angel appeared to him, but even in the midst of all that, before the angel appeared, he wanted to put her away quietly. Because a relationship ends, or a situationship ends, or a talking stage ends, doesn't mean that you must end someone's life and bring an end that just assassinate their character. Even if this person hurt you, you can just decide to walk away, but walk away peacefully, and walk away determined not to hurt them back. I think that that's so important. And so for talking stages, because this person you're talking to right now might not be your husband, might not be your wife, but their brother might be, their colleague might be, their sister might be, somebody in their church might be, and if this person hears your gist of how you cause so much drama because they refuse to date you, it's not going to end well. It's just going to be somehow. Do you understand? So protect yourself by protecting this other person, even if you're not in a relationship with them. Do you get? If you're not in a relationship with them, please. So next, I'm talking about what not to do during a talking stage. This one is what's it called? This one is a common sense thing, but people might not know. So I'll say it this way: don't send nudes. First of all, don't send nudes to anybody, even when we are dating. Don't send, because I don't know, ladies and gentlemen, especially ladies. Sometimes I feel like you can be so desperate to get into a relationship that you start doing silly things. But don't send nudes. Don't put yourself in unnecessary trouble, right? Because there are some situations where guys say send nudes, they want to see whether you are worthy. Value yourself, for Christ's sake. Value yourself. Don't overcommit. Someone has not asked you out. You've already planned the wedding. Once in a while, ladies, you realize something in your mind. That's okay. But when you now begin to take it to like a state that the person is not yet taking you to, they've not asked you out, you are sewing a shrubby, you are doing to match the same clothes, you are planning trips abroad, you are calm down, be calming down. Don't overcommit. The reason I'm saying this is because if you overcommit, by the time the thing doesn't end well, I don't want to say you want to die. But just know that it's a testing phase, and in that testing phase you are simply having conversations. So even when your soul or your mind wants to carry you to where you don't know, bring you back to where you are now. Don't overcommit in the talking stage. The next thing I would say, what not to do, is don't miscommunicate. Have you seen talking stages where one person thinks that they're in a relationship and the other person thinks you're not in a relationship? Don't miscommunicate, right? So because some people are very, very interesting, they want to eat their cake and have it. They want to be talking to this person while they are actually almost dating or dating somebody else. So you can't ask enough questions and you can't be clearer. Don't miscommunicate. Someone was asking that, okay, can I be in multiple talking stages at once? I would say it depends on how long you're in those talking stages, and then what you are saying in those talking stages. If you're telling one person, wow, I wish I had a wife like you, and you're telling another person, when we have our kids, you are a winch. you are giving one kind of vibe. Okay, not a winch, but you are behaving like one. So the severity of the conversation, the different thing if you call one person, oh, how's your day, what did you do today? You do that for 1 week, 2 weeks, a month. But I remember talking to someone who is a pastor, and he was considering a couple of people, not a couple of people, just 2 people. What you think is plenty. He was considering 2 people when it came to a relationship, and we used to talk about it. And then I said, oh, what about this person? And he said, the thing is, I've been talking to this other person a lot, and I don't want it to seem as if I'm being disloyal. So I think I'm going to stop talking to this person at this level for now. And that's just common sense. You need to stop promising to marry everybody. You need to stop imagining children with everybody. You need to learn how to be content. So if you realize that it's getting reasonably serious with one person, beyond a platonic kind of conversation or talk, then end it. Do you understand? End it with the other people. Do you understand? But whatever you do, make sure that if both people meet in a room and they talk to each other, you're not embarrassed. That's the way I'm going to talk about it. That if both people meet now and they say, this guy called me yesterday, and this person says this guy called me yesterday, you're not going to be embarrassed no matter what they say, even if they talk to each other for 3 hours. That's a good way to go. Some of you need to learn just how to build normal friendships. Not everything is relationship. You need to learn to build normal friendships, okay? But just a situation where even if they both talk to each other, you're not embarrassed. I wonder what they will say. I wonder, and then you start calculating what you're not supposed to be calculating at this stage in your life. What not to do. I know I talked about nudes because I've seen like some interesting cases, but sex is not for talking stage. Sex is not for, I'll say the word. Sex is not for talking stage. Sex is not for dating relationship. Sex is not for we're engaged. Sex is for what? Marriage. Sex is for what? Marriage. So don't sleep with someone, then you're not expect the person to commit and say, what are we? We are human beings. That's what we are. We're human beings. So don't commit your body to somebody in a talking stage in hopes that they will reward you with a relationship. You are reward enough. Value yourself. What not to do? In a talking stage, I would say, don't give it all your time. I said don't overcommit energy. Don't also overcommit all your time. Like you can. So how do I explain? So let's say you started liking someone, Abby. You guys are talking to each other every day, 1 month, 2 months. I don't understand the type of friendship, just normal friendship that you'll be doing. You're talking to each other every day for 6 months. If a relation, even if people are not dating each other, the person that wants to date either of you, what space will the person have? So don't overcommit your time. Be there for your friends. Be committed to your friends, but don't overcommit your time. So that in case you're not even interested in this person, the person that wants to see you to date or marry will see you. And then what else? Not in the talking stage. Don't overcommit your resources. Hi, did you hear me? Don't overcommit your resources. I know you like buying money. You like buying gifts. You like spending money. Just take it that whatever I buy for this person, I'm doing it as a friend. Guys, the fact that you are buying a lady a gift does not automatically mean that you guys are in a relationship. Ladies, you too. Why always collecting gifts from someone that you don't plan to date? One thing I told myself when I was single, I know it's been a while since I was single, but I just made up my mind that I'm not going to collect gifts from a guy. I won't collect. Even if someone gives me, I don't think there's any guy that will come now and say maybe it was on my birthday. Because even my birthday self, how many people? I don't think there's any guy that I will come and say when I was single they gave me gifts and I took. Some of you will take everything. But the one you usually ask for, the one you didn't ask for, you take. Then you will not say, I never told you we were dating. Kai, God is the one that will forgive you. Please learn to. We have to get to the point where even if people want to be taken advantage of, we can protect them. That's how to be a person of God. That's how to be a Christian, right? Don't just be interested in taking. And then also, even if you're looking with someone, don't overcommit your resources and say, I paid her school fees, so why won't she marry me? Did you ask her to marry you in the first place? So that a relationship is not a reward for what someone gives you. You enter a relationship because you feel like both of you can build a life together. So don't overcommit your resources. Another thing I would say is don't misrepresent the relationship. So don't go and start telling people that you are dating when you are not dating. Don't go and start making people on social media feel like you're dating this person when you're not dating. Don't present it as what is not to the world, because it's going to hurt you. If I don't say with someone, I already carrying down your head everywhere as if it's a relationship, but it's not a relationship. By the time your true husband or your true wife comes, they might not see you. So don't misrepresent it. Okay? Alright, and then finally, when it comes to the talking stage, talk. Don't just talk about how much you guys like each other. Talk about whether or not you can actually build a future together. Talk about your faith, talk about your approach to money, talk about your approach to life, your philosophies, your values. Those things are very important. Talk about your families. Talk about your challenges, your struggles. Talk about your desire in a relationship. I don't just mean physical desire. No, your desire, what you hope to see long term in a relationship. And as talking to this person, also be talking to God so that God can lead and direct you. And even if a talking stage does not work, know that God has greater things in stock for you. Thank you very much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe and let me know what other topics you'd like me to talk about. Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like the video. All the best with your talking stage. I pray it's graduating to a full-blown relationship or marriage if it's for you, but if it's not for you, I pray it breaks. In Jesus' name. Amen.